Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. Hopkins County Sheriff Lewis Tatum said his criminal investigators received leads from members of the community that have been helpful in finding the perpetrators of the destruction of the Weaver Cemetery. Canyon Ray Davis, age 17 of South Tillow, and Johnny Bench, age 18 of South Tillow, were arrested for tampering with evidence. Davis has also been arrested for criminal mischief. Davis' additional charges relates to damage done to a church building in the Pine Forest Picton area and damage to mailboxes. After meeting with prosecutors, there may be additional charges along with other arrests. The two were arrested and charged stemming from their throwing an item, a cross, taken from the Weaver Cemetery into a local pond after they learned authorities were looking for them, according to Tatum. Charges for destruction of the grave markers will be pending after a meeting with the district attorney's office. Tatum thanked the Weaver Coalition for their hard work. Chief Investigator Corley Weatherford, Investigator Dennis Finley, Investigator Wade Sheets, South Tillow Independent School District Police Chief Dustin Ray, and the County Patrol Division. On Friday morning at a pond in the Purley area in Franklin County, two Hopkins County inmates, Jonathan Eisenhower and Jesse Graham, went into the water and retrieved a cross that had been cast aside there by Davis and Bench. Davis and Bench threw the cross into the Purley pond after they had taken it from the Weaver Cemetery.
Basket so we can start our opening ceremonies for the Hopkins County Dairy Festival. Yay! Yay!
Friday at noon at Celebration Plaza, the Hopkins County Dairy Festival celebrated their ribbon cutting.
Can I put my stuff in your bag?
Why for what?
Squirrels. Yeah.
Okay. Let me move out of the way.
Hey, Linda, is there a specific?
I'm getting out of the way of Linda.
You're a wise man. You never get in Linda's way.
We're scattering out to let the baskets show. They need to back up.
We just take some right off the top of her hair.
Way out there.
Oh, hey, happy birthday.
With the basket.
Well, that'll be exciting.
Did we cut that?
Okay, let's move Okay, let's move in behind the girls.
1, 2, 3. Awesome. We're not going to cut anything, are we? No. Okay, did y'all get everything you need?
Got them?
Yep. Got them. Thank you. Y'all good?
Are they cutting it?
Oh, no, they never cut it. That ribbon's like 30 years.
You don't have to. Thank Yep. That's what she's probably going to do. Yeah. Let's get him to try to pull it.
Okay. They are kind of scary.
Yeah, girls in the center can hold the scissors, girls on the outside hold the ribbon. Bam!
Okay.
Like that. All right, girls. One more time. 1, 2.
I need your mother to sign something for me. We'll be here too. I already got his shirt from Cassidy. Okay, okay, Pam. My fault. I forgot you were there this morning.
If you haven't gotten one of these Hopkins County Chamber of Commerce membership brochures, you need to pick one up at the Chamber office. They are free, and this one is featuring hot air ballooning, such as we have here during Dairy Festival time. Let's find out what Leslie Brown, who's CEO at the Chamber, has planned for Dairy Festival.
last year we were able to have the ice cream freeze-off at Shannon Oaks Church, but this year we've gone ahead and moved it to the back lawn of Shannon Oaks Church so that you can just move straight from ice cream right into the balloon festival, whichever they do, Flight or Glow. It'll just kind of be a seamless event. People won't feel like, oh, I need to get to the balloons. It's all just going to happen one right after the other, and so I think it'll be a great thing to do.
Shannon Oaks is always a beautiful property, but right now it is just breathtaking.
I will tell you that they have worked so hard to get that property in absolutely pristine condition, and it is beautiful.
It's so shady back there in the back, so it's the perfect place for the ice cream freeze-off. And all the tables set up and the people with their ice cream serving as you come by the front with your bowl.
That's right. So what you do is you'll go up to our ticket tables and tents. You'll buy a bowl and a spoon, and that means you just go get in line for ice cream, and it's all you can eat while it lasts.
And how much is that ticket?
$3. And it's been $3 since we began it 17 years ago. And so, that's kind of a neat thing. And you can eat as long as you can eat until we run out of ice cream. We're going to have a lot of ice cream there this year, so we're excited about that.
And tell me, before we start talking about entries and flavors and you can still get in, what about this state championship title?
So it is registered, and it's a registered trademark to the Hopkins County Chamber of Commerce, and we have had that pretty much since it started. So when you win it, you are the state champion, which is kind of a fun thing.
Yeah. Who doesn't want it's not a cooking event, but it's a food preparation title.
It is. We still call them ice cream cooks. That's probably because in the fall we refer so many times to the stew cooks, but you do kind of have to cook it because if you have eggs at all, it's all got to be cooked. And so, that's a wonderful thing that we just kind of call them the ice cream cooks, and they take it wholeheartedly they're just proud of it and excited.
It is another of the points of pride of Hopkins County. Now, the Hopkins County Chamber of Commerce does so many things through the year. I was looking at your membership guide, and I love looking at it because it has a beautiful picture of hot air balloons on it.
Yes.
And the Chamber does many things through the year, including the Hopkins County Stew and then the ice cream freeze-off.
That's right. So those are our two food events that we have throughout the year. And so this year, with it being at the back lawn and right before the balloons, I'm really excited to see who all will come out, and we'll have plenty of room for everyone. Just kind of bring a blanket, bring your picnic chairs, and be ready to stay for the balloons that night.
Well, we've told them how you go around and eat ice cream at the way it's set up, but how do you enter? So, in case we have a reluctant person out there.
Yes, and so that's kind of what I want to tell everybody is if you make ice cream at home, but you think to yourself, because this happens around our house all the time, well, yes, we make ice cream at home, but we would never enter it in a competition. But the truth is, don't be afraid to do that because it's super laid back. We would love to have you come and do that, and I can't tell you how many times that people would be reluctant and end up leaving as our first place winner. And so all that means is we need your registration form at the chamber, so if you can just even call us, let us know that you're coming and what you're making, and then we'll go over the rules with you, and then you just make sure that ice cream is super packed in ice for about 3 hours before you come. It is so hot out there that's the only thing we really worry about is that ice cream starts melting as soon as we get it out. And so we keep that packed for about 3 hours ahead of time, and then bring it on out. And we've got a special parking for our contestants, and then everybody can. When we'll kind of tell everybody to start getting ready, and then at 5:30, boy, everybody starts eating, and it goes fast.
I've seen people bring it in their car, of course, keep the car air conditioned, take the ice chest or however you have it packed, maybe wrapped it with a quilt, put it on the child's wagon, and pull it
That's
up
right.
to your table.
That's
Any
right.
way you can
Any way you can do it. We will have a Kubota there, and Andy Inslee's going to be helping us transport kind of some competitors back and forth. And so I think that the most exciting part is when we kind of say go and everybody gets to eating ice cream and everybody's finding their favorite, so it's wonderful.
I like it because you'll find some of the best. The people who are tasting are going to find the best ice creams, and the line is going to...
It gets crazy.
It's going to be a little more congested at those tables.
Yes. So we are kind of staging this year in a nestling of trees, and so hopefully that will be helpful too, that we're adding some additional shade in there, and I think that will be a good thing. I'm worried about how hot that it gets in the evening like that. However, with this rain that we've been having, maybe that will help just a little bit.
I think we're due for just a couple of degrees cooler than maybe
that's great.
previous years.
Yes.
Now, talking about entries, how many entries, and how you enter, we've gone over that. Get over being nervous about it.
That's right.
And get ready to, you can do your prototypes at home.
Sure.
And work out your recipe to perfection.
That's right. At the Brown household, we've been cooking ice cream all week. So here's another thing, too. We have several categories to enter. So the first category is Super Scoops, and that means you have won first place in the ice cream freeze-off before. Those are the only ones that can compete in Super Scoops. And then we have our Big Dips. And so in the Big Dip category, that just means you're 12 and older, and you've competed before, and you can enter Classic, which is just vanilla and chocolate. And then we have a fruit category, and it's any fruit or a combination of fruits. And then also the Novelty category, which means that it can be a fruit plus something else, or it can be just totally different. Sometimes we get, Snicker, Doodle, cookie. So that all kind of falls into that novelty category. And then we have our first timers category, which interestingly enough, and I love this, that is our biggest category this year. So that means that people are coming out for the very first time and they're making ice cream, and it is our biggest category, probably, I know since today that we've ever had. So that's great. And then also another huge category this year is our little dips, and that means 12 and under. And they come out, they make their ice cream, bring that out there, their parents come with them, and they scoop it out. We've seen a lot of sibling teams this year where two siblings will be doing each an ice cream, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
Does it cost anything to enter?
It does not. It's free of charge to enter the contest. And then prizes are given. We give away prize money, and we also give away trophies that Mr. Sears has made for us, and also medals.
Wow.
I know. It's a win-win situation.
And kids growing up in Hopkins County can get used to winning, because that's what we do here in Hopkins County. We're all winners, and everyone's somebody here. So you get used to winning at an early age.
It's true. It's a good competition for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so you have a good amount of entries. You expect more to come in.
I feel like we'll probably have close to 10 more that I think people have already talked about, so we'll definitely cross that 50 line. And then the chamber is also super diligent about making sure we have additional ice cream out there, just so that if it starts running real low of the homemade, everybody can still have ice cream. So try to stretch it out as far as we can.
I tasted one, and I want to talk about favorite ice creams. One year, this one was pomegranate something, and it was a very pale mauve color, and it was beautiful and so creamy, delicious.
Delicious. I will tell you that my favorite ice cream is coffee ice cream, and so we don't have any yet, and I keep waiting and waiting that somebody's going to bring in some coffee ice cream.
So you have to have the entry in.
Not necessarily. You can come that day. However, we would like a heads up that you were coming, just so we can have, we have judges' cups, but those are anonymous with just a number on them. And so all of those things they take a little time to do. So if you can at least give us a heads up that you're coming, that is a helpful step today. And then you can always, if you decide to do it tomorrow, then just come on and we'll get you ready and get you all set up.
And does it help you to know who's bringing what, so that you can make the categories?
Yes. We'll just need to know what you're bringing so that we can figure out which category that you will be in. And then everybody kind of picks their spot out there wherever they'd like to. It's not necessarily that you're going to the first timers table or to the little dips table. It's kind of all intermingled, but from a paperwork standpoint and for a validity of a contest standpoint, it's good for us to kind of have a heads up about that.
Well, is the classic division, which is chocolate and vanilla, is it usually your biggest?
It is usually our smallest.
Oh, really?
So everyone kind of favors the novelty category just because it's fun to see what all you could put into an ice cream. I think we all love the chocolate and vanilla. We don't get as many of those. We get a little more of the crazy, kind of all over the place. And that's interesting because that's what people want to go eat as well. They're like, oh, I have to try that. So
the purists on the chocolate and vanilla, really, when you get into making the top-notch best one to your taste, it's kind of a work of art.
It is. And I have learned just in making ice cream in the last few years that, each batch is different. Mm-hmm. It always turns out differently, just like the stew does in the fall. And so, you never know what it's really going to be like that day, but you hope for the very best.
I know we have people returning because we have the Super Scoop division.
Yes. we always have some of our tried and trues that come back, and they love to cook ice cream for us. And so not as many of those this year. We've had several families that have had weddings, or they're going to be on vacation, so they're not going to be able to do it. So but we still have that category full, and so I think we're going to be well represented across the board.
Okay. What I like about it is the anticipation, and you have to hold people back. Okay, now don't go.
Don't go.
And then when you say go, it's really pretty fast.
It happens very fast, and that's interesting, and it is because we have a product that is melting. So as soon as we start scooping, we start scooping fast. We have many people out there. We're guessing right around 750 people out there last year, and so when you're feeding that many people with ice cream, it goes really, really fast. So I would throw out this word of caution, just that don't come late. It starts at 5:30, but don't come at 5:35 because you've got to get your bowl and you've got to get your spoon. So if you come at 5:35, you're going to be getting kind of the end of the ice cream. I would go ahead and come between 5 and 5:30 and get all situated and pick your line and scout it out a little bit and maybe make your plan of attack.
Sounds fun. Shannon Oaks is on Interstate 30.
That's right.
East Shannon Road, just down from the radio station.
That's right.
And a beautiful, beautiful place. Come in there, long front drive around to the back, and if you've never been there, it is so lovely. And topping it all off this year, of course, is going to be what we used to call tether and glow of the balloons.
Yes, that's right. And so I heard yesterday that they have 36 balloons this year. That is so unbelievable that it has grown to that magnitude. It is one of my favorite things, and definitely one of my favorite sights to see those hot air balloons, the ones that actually get to fly to take off across Hopkins County. And I've ridden a few times. It's just a wonderful, wonderful experience. So I love that we're getting to be a part of that this year, right in the back. And they're going to have a band, so it's just going to kind of go from one thing to the next. And what a fun way to be able to spend the evening.
I think it's good when we take our children and grandchildren to these kinds of things, and you don't have to say now, be watching because you're going to be feeling so good about being part of Hopkins County. You don't have to say that. It sort of settles in on them as they watch the balloons glow and the people are around and it's fun and outdoors. They're going to make a memory. We may not know exactly what it is till later in their life when they reveal.
Absolutely, what that kind of is. We have raised our girls out there at the Balloon Festival, and they look forward to it every single year. And I know that they'll always remember that. So I just love it that it's another thing we get to do.
Another thing that is coming up on our horizon is the Independence Concert right at the end of June downtown, and that too is a big memory maker.
I always call that the Norman Rockwell evening. It is absolutely that night that is my favorite night of the year, and capped by fireworks, which I love. And so it is. We do a lot of really fun things right here in the summer, and so I love that it all happens at the same time.
We do that. We have just another minute or so to talk. If you want to, give us a little heads up on anything coming up with the Hopkins County Chamber of Commerce.
So we are working up a very large networking event that you're going to start seeing some information about. Kind of a first-time thing that we're doing there, but that's probably what I get asked more than anything else. What are my best networking opportunities? And aside from coming to ribbon cuttings, which many people take advantage of, this is going to be a night strictly for networking. So I think it'll be a big success for everyone. And then also, of course, the second that August hits, we are full-blown planning for stew. And so this year will be the 49th annual stew contest. It's always the fourth Saturday of October. So it'll be on the 27th, and it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful day.
Time to have some fun in Hopkins County right now during Dairy Festival, when the ice cream contest, of course, is a big part of that this Saturday evening.
At 5:30.
Get your full share.
That's right. $3, all you can eat while it lasts.
And you can refill that bowl often.
That's right, as long as you can get through the lines pretty quickly.
Thank you, Leslie, for coming in.
Thank you.
We'll see you at the Chamber and the ice cream contest.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.
I'm really excited for balloons actually today. Hi, Dougie. Excited that I got to see you again.
Hi, pal.
How are you?
What's going on here?
Well, we're just having little balloons, maybe inflating this morning.
This is Lucia.
Okay, why are we not flying?
The wind. The wind's just a little bit high, but maybe by the time they inflate, you never know, they may just take off.
But it looks good tonight.
It does look good tonight. Thanks for coming out.
Did you have enough ones here? Y'all good?
I think we're all laying up the wrong way. She's got a dog showing forward.
Does she?
Yeah. So if she wanted to come and she said, well, what if Mom brings me halfway and then you come on this side? Yeah, logistically, I don't think that's going to work. So. It just feels like a lot more on the surface, though.
It did when, as soon as you said that, it felt like it was coming off a lot more from the...
You guys get a bunch of rain out.
Can't cross them over? Yeah, it's always under and under. Always under and inside. So follow along this rotate. Keep going, and the clue is that the panels are always going to match. So if 16's on baby blue, you're going to keep going until you get to baby blue. Yeah. Excellente. Oh, well. No. Because this is oriented to a different plane.
I was like, I don't want to be the reason why this does not go up.
All crashes, we know who's playing.
Yeah. I'll be long gone before that. Do not want to be blamed for that.
Like I said, no, just stay inside. Please.
$120,000 cubic foot pig. Looks like Spider-Man, and if you've seen a significant TV show with that on it, that's where it's from. I can't say the name of it, but that's where it is. Originally thought of, and but it's just a unique shape, and the group out of Amarillo, Family Care Foundation, is the one who actually owns it, and they use it as an outreach program for their program for helping people with medical needs in Amarillo. And so this is kind of what they do, is they have the shape go around and kind of create awareness. It's fun for everybody to see, so that's what we're out here for. Gonna have to rotate me back the other way if we can. What's your name again? It's been Bill, a year. Bill Broker. Yeah, thank you. You bet. And Mike.
I think he's got maybe like 3, and he's working like fixing up appointment or something like that.
It's an expensive thing to do. I mean, there's a lot of industry involved. Ballooning is, and I'm also a certified repairman. So we have a balloon repair station, so I can do all my maintenance, sign off. $2,000 a year. Yeah, I get discount on parts, and then I earn money as an extra job doing other people's maintenance. Repairs. Tear stuff up. They have accidents. Back about 4 feet that way. Back that way.
Yeah, and then go this way. Here.
Okay, now put some weight on. Okay, now what we're gonna do. All right, get ready, guys. Get on the side, please. Okay, now all we're gonna do is control me laying over. All right, pull.
Go.
Run that way. Straight
Take it
out.
straight back, straight
there you
back.
go. Keep going. There you go. Just let me lay over. It's okay. Lay me over. Let it naturally fall down. Yep. Hold me down. Just so I don't fall. And then just lay me on the ground. Daddy, go get the straps, please. Out the straps and the squeezers. You guys get the mouth shut off. Mouth down so you can hear it going. Just keep some weight on it so it doesn't drag. Yeah, you're fine.
I know, a little feather.
All the energy's out of the balloon now, so.